You worked really hard on those emails, but they are not working as hard for you. This video dives into 7 odd reasons that your email marketing is not working, and of course I'm gonna tell you how to fix each one. Stick around to the end because I'm gonna give you a shortcut to implement all 7 of these fixes super fast, because when your email marketing isn't working, it sucks. Hello, I'm Monica Snyder and I am so excited you're here. On this channel, I talk about all kinds of email marketing things, so if that's interesting to you, hit subscribe. Reason number 1 that your emails aren't working is that they're not getting delivered. Now, this could be that they are hitting the spam folder or that they're actually not getting delivered, but usually it's that they're hitting the spam folder. So if you have ever been scared of hitting the spam folder, comment spam below so that I know, because then I can know to make more videos for you. Now, honestly, you may be in the spam folder and it's not a great place to be. To see if you are, there are 2 websites I want you to check out. One is mail-tester.com and the other one is Google Postmaster Tools. Doing the test that these tell you to run will let you know if you are hitting the spam folder. If you are hitting the spam folder, the way to get out is to reduce your emailing and then go ahead and email small amounts to people that are friends and family and ask them to move you out of the spam folder, mark you not spam, all that good stuff. Now that's the simplified version. If all your emails are hitting spam, you probably need to work with a deliverability expert to get them out of spam, because it's kind of a big process involving IP addresses and domain reputation and all this stuff that I don't have time to get into this video. But if you are hitting the spam folder, you can check to see with those 2 tools. The second odd reason your email marketing isn't working is because you're not building a relationship with your readers. Now here's the deal. People say that you need to build a relationship with your readers, but they don't really talk about how. Building a good relationship starts with you understanding your role. You are the leader to your reader. They got on your email list for a reason and they want you to help them solve their problems. You're gonna do that by showing them that you care, that you can communicate with them, and that you're gonna do that consistently. One of the easiest ways to do this on the regular is by asking people what they want. Literally, just tell them to hit reply and give you your thoughts. It's the easiest way for them to respond to you. And of course, make sure that your email address can accept replies so that this can work. When you ask people to reply, start a conversation with them and see what their needs are and how they're talking, because that's how you're going to communicate with them well, is by talking back to them the way they talk to you. So for example, I use the word reader instead of subscriber to describe my subscriber base. And that is because I don't really like the word subscriber. It sounds aloof. I want people interacting with my content, so a reader is a better word for me. So if your readers have a word that they use like that, when you say that back to them, you automatically are in the know with them. And they know that you know, so they trust you more. And then they trust you to lead them where they're gonna go. Now, when you build that relationship, they're going to buy more, your email marketing is gonna work better, everything is just gonna go a lot smoother, because when they see your name hit the inbox, they're gonna open your emails. Because the number 1 thing that gets an email opened is actually your relationship with the reader. Think about it. If somebody you love emails you, don't you open that email every single time? Yes. So that is why you want to build a relationship so that more of your emails get opened. Click the like button if you promise me you're going to build a relationship with your readers so that they will open more and that you can help them more. Odd reason number 3 your email marketing isn't working is because your subject lines are a snooze fest. I have a whole video on subject lines and I'll put it up here, but the main idea is that you want to make sure that you are resonating with your readers and invoking a little bit of curiosity. The easiest way to add curiosity to your subject lines is by adding something fun like the word secret or little known. These things spark our curiosity and make us want to know what's inside the email. Also, take a minute to go back through your email and see what subject lines got you to open. If you are like your reader, then those probably would work on your reader too. Now, I'm not saying to steal someone else's subject line, that's plagiarism, but take inspiration from the things that you see working that get you to open emails and keep a swipe file. And that's just a fancy word for a list of all the subject lines that you found intriguing. A really simple way to keep that swipe file is, if you use Gmail, add a label to each email that you thought had a really cool subject line, and then search your Gmail for that subject line. It works in other systems too, I just don't know them as well because I use Gmail. And the last thing you're gonna do to improve your subject lines is to check out your numbers. Now, open rates have been all over the map since Apple changed the way that emails get opened. And if you don't know about that, real quick, it's just that Apple pre-opens a bunch of emails, so open rates are kind of fake. But you still need your baseline, and you should still be tracking this, because however your list opens, including the Apple stuff, is still how your list opens. And you still want to improve that open rate. Know your baseline, go through and look at some old emails and see what it was and see how you can improve upon it. The 4th odd reason your email marketing isn't working is because you're not mailing enough. Now, this is for multiple reasons, but one of the big ones is so that you can track those numbers that I just talked about. The more you mail, the more your name and brand become familiar to your reader, and the more they're going to trust and like you. It's repetition. repetition. It's just how it works, right? So you've been learning repetition since elementary school, or probably even earlier in your life, as a way of recognizing things that are safe. So that works in email too. The more you mail, the more your reader's gonna see your name and see your subject lines, and the more they're gonna know, like, and trust you and your brand. So to do this, you should send at least a weekly newsletter. If you don't have something else to mail about, newsletters are great. I'm gonna pop up over here a list of 135 newsletter email ideas that is a different video you can watch, because you should be emailing at least weekly to keep your name fresh. Think of it like this. Your email is a channel and you want to be broadcasting to it all the time. I mean, you would expect that, ABC or NBC or any other big network broadcasts on the regular, right? Well, you have the opportunity to do that too. So don't let that opportunity go to waste. The other problem that happens with not mailing enough is that if you're in the middle of a promotion, mail more. Mail at least 2 times on the opening day, mail at least 3 times to 4 times on close day. Because here's the thing, people's attention spans are super short. They are not paying close attention to what you're sending them. You can actually even copy and paste the emails, okay? Copy and paste them. People are not paying close attention. I was shocked when we did this in my business and it just worked. I was like, what do you mean? I can just copy and paste? It's amazing. So mail more, which probably leads you to thinking, Monica, I'm not gonna mail more because I'm going to annoy my readers. And that is odd reason number 5, your email marketing is not working. You're scared that they're gonna unsubscribe in droves. You're scared that you're gonna make them mad. You're just scared of so many things. And I hear you. I really, truly do. Here's the thing. The people that are gonna unsubscribe, they're not right for your list anyway. So let them go to make room for the people who are right. And the people who are right, they're gonna open your emails. But they're not gonna open all your emails because everybody is busy. So please, please, please trust me when I say email more, and then look at the numbers to see what the numbers tell you. Because I will tell you that every time I have mailed more, I've freaked out my clients, but it's worked. So mail more, even though it's scary. I just want you to hit that send button. So the next time you're planning out a promotion, add in 2 more emails. And the time after that, add in 1 more after that, so that you get to the point where the cadence of emails is a lot and your people will come to expect it. There are people who mail 8 times a day and still have legions of fans. Just remember those people and go ahead and hit that send button so that you can get in the reader's inbox and keep building that trust. Now, the other thing that you're scared of is like, oh, if I'm sending them offers all the time, like they're gonna get annoyed with me. Not in today's age. Here's the thing, COVID changed things. The world now buys on the internet. People expect you to make offers to them in their email. As a matter of fact, 61% of people stay subscribed to your list because they want to buy something from you in the future, even if they're not opening your emails now. It might not be the right time, whatever it is. So they are expecting you to email them. So if you think about it that way, you're letting them down when you do not email them an offer. Comment below, scared, and what you're scared of if you are going to email more people. I hear this objection every single day, so I would love to chat with you about it because I would love to know your fears and help you get over them. Odd reason number 6, your email marketing is not working is because you are not mailing for all the buyer types. What do I mean by that? There are 4 buyer types that you need to make sure that your messaging hits. And if you're missing one of them, you're missing out on 25% of the people who want to hear your offer a certain way. The buyer types are Excited Eddie. Now, Eddie just loves you. He loves everything that you do, and he will buy anything that you put in front of him, and he will click, and he will be one of your first buyers, and he is just awesome. We all love Excited Eddie. The way to get him to buy even faster is by giving him a few aha moments or just shifting his thinking a little bit with something he hadn't thought of before. The second buyer type is Skeptical Susan. She needs all the logic and the details before she is ready to buy. So for her, you're going to want to send a list of FAQs or really logical explanations of what your product or service does and the benefits of those things. The third buyer type is Story Sally. Now, Story Sally, she needs all of the social proof. She needs the story. She wants to picture herself using the product through the eyes of the other people who have done it before. So the way to help her buy is by sending emails with stories and testimonials. And these don't have to be huge. They can be little wins or big wins. She can see herself in both and wants those results, so be sure to share them. The fourth and final buyer type is Deadline Dan. I call him this because he dances on the deadline and is like, hey, I need that urgency and that push to get things done. So for Deadline Dans, you should add urgency and a reason to buy now. And the urgency can be with something real, like, a discount that's going away or a bonus that's going away, or it could be with something that is just pushing him to drive using words. So something like, hey, here's the vision of your future you're missing out out on. Every day you don't do this, you're missing out on this good thing, or you're gonna live in this pain a little bit longer. People either go towards pleasure or away from pain, so make sure that your urgency covers both. Now the truth is, we are all a little bit of each of these buyers depending on what we're buying, so that's why you want to mail for all of them. If you want to dive deeper into this, I have a video that I'll link up for you because I went really deep into this in a different video. Odd reason number 7 your email marketing is not working is because your offer is not resonating with your readers. I see this all the time when I audit people's emails and their sales funnels. They have this idea of what their readers want, but it's off from what the readers actually want. So a lot of people have this problem where they have the curse of knowledge, and I do this too with email marketing. I know all this stuff. So sometimes it's really hard for me to come back to where people are and where they're thinking so that I can message to them there. The other thing that I see that happens all the time is that in that messaging, I talk about what they need because as the expert, I know what you need more so than you do generally. But as the expert, my job is to give you a transformation, right? You're over here, you want to be over here. My job is to bridge that gap and make sure that you can get there, which means that I have to go back and meet you where you are, but also with what you think you need, not what I know you need. And this is a perfect example. I know that you need better messaging, but you don't say that. You would say, hey, my emails aren't working, which is why this video is titled 7 Odd Reasons Your Email Marketing Isn't Working. That's what you say in your brain. Now, I know that your email marketing isn't working for all these things you probably haven't even thought of, like the fact that you're scared to email or your offer isn't resonating. Those are things that I know as an expert. Now that you know them, you might go Google something else and say, hey, why isn't my offer resonating? But until you knew to ask that question, you didn't know. So I had to come back, use my marketing brain to say, hey, what are they saying to themselves right now about the problems they're having? They're saying my email marketing isn't working. They're not saying my offer isn't resonating. So I have to take you across that bridge to understand that it may be your offer is the problem, not necessarily your emails. So I want you to make sure you're doing this for your readers too. Think about the problems that they think that they have and the problems that they want to solve, not the ones you know they need to solve. It's two different things, and I know it's subtle, but it makes a big difference in your messaging. The other big reason that your offer may not be resonating is because your reader lacks certainty in the offer. And generally when that happens, it's because you haven't dialed in the offer as much for a single person. So think about the one individual you could help. Now, there are lots of individuals like that, and you will reach out and get other people. But what I generally see is you're like, my offer is for everyone. Anyone could use it. But then what happens is that your offer is for no one because no one can see themselves using it. So get specific with who you're trying to help, what problem that they're at. Then you can dial that messaging in for them. And when you're dialing that message in, think of all the objections that that person would have. So this is why having an avatar is important. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're trying to sell a pencil, right? This pencil right here. Now, if your audience was kindergartners, then you're really selling to the parents of those kindergartners. And their objections to buying a pencil are going to be, is my kid going to get lead poisoning? Is it going to last through them putting all the pressure and learning to write? Is it structured well enough to help them grip it properly so that they can write it? Okay, got that? Now, if you're selling the same pencil to a graphic design artist that does sketches, they're going to have different questions. They're going to know how to hold a pencil properly. What they're going to want to know is there a smooth glide on the pencil, or does it sketch? Can I get the point of it to be super sharp so that I can make the lines I want? If I draw kind of flat, is it going to give me the texture that I want or the deepness in color? Now, I'm kind of making that up because I'm not a graphic design artist, but you can see how selling the same product to two different people brings up two different sets of objections. This is why it's really important for you to know who your person is so that you can cover their objections. So if you just thought of an objection that you maybe hadn't thought of, or maybe thought of something that you could do to make your offer resonate more with your person, click the like button so that I know that you get it. And as promised, here is the shortcut to do all of this. I have an email marketing program called Relationship and Revenue. It is under $50. It is so chocked full of good stuff that I can't even tell you. There's 8 email series that will help you get all your emails written so that you know exactly what to say and exactly how often to email, because I know that you're scared to email. So it's all covered in there for you. There's an ROI planner to help you figure out how much money you're supposed to be making from your email and how you can improve all those numbers. And there's even 3 newsletter templates to help you stay consistent. So check it out because everything is sort of Mad Lib fill in the blank style, but I don't just stop there. I teach you how to fill in the blanks because filling in the blanks is harder than it sounds. Check that out at relationshipandrevenue.com and get all your email marketing dialed in so that these mistakes go away and your email marketing starts working the way you want it to.